This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners R Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
How many times have I said that now?
I've started to say it, and I must admit, on our Patreon,
Yeah.
I question it every time. I go, welcome to Gunners R Us podcast, where we are positively Patreon.
Yeah.
But every time I say it, I think, is that how Joe does it? But I've stopped saying, because I used to kind of do it myself.
Yeah.
If I was doing like a solo show of one of these, I'd
Yeah.
say, welcome to Gunners R Us podcast, where we are positively Arsenal. And now I say, that we are. But I do my bit as well in like a slightly different voice. Whereas on Patreon, I think I've stopped doing that, I realise now.
I'm trying to think, because before we do these shows, even though I've said that every week, I have to go over it in my head slightly.
On Peppercorn last night, I questioned the intro because I thought, is it the same? Welcome to... No, it's not, is it? No, it's hard, no.
And I wonder, and you can check this out if you listen to us, go back to the first few episodes. Was I doing that at the start?
I'm fairly sure.
But was I adding the emphasis on positively?
It feels like you would be.
But I feel like that's one of those things that comes organically sometimes, because I feel like you don't find your footing for a little bit.
We're approaching episode 200 now.
Yeah, so is it like nearly 200 times I've said that now?
Minimum. Because we've done extra.
Because I've been saying that about when we wrestle, like with our promos. We start our promos very similar to that.
Yeah.
With the ladies and lads, there's something you all really need to know. Yeah. We are the Brothers Or. But I remember at the start, we started that. This is nothing to do with football, sorry. But we started that because we had to introduce ourselves. We thought that was a good way to start a promo. I don't think I was emphasising the we are in the early days. I think it was just me saying, we are the Brothers Or. And then eventually it turned into that.
You never know.
Whereas now it's positively Arsenal.
You never know. You never know what it is. But here we are. We're here on Gunners R Us podcast.
We're tangent.
Where we're talking about Arsenal. We're positively Arsenal.
Yeah, we are. I think we're still positively. I think we're okay.
Mate, I'm even more so. And I'll explain it in detail because you can check us out on Patreon. We have our own Patreon. Please click the link underneath if you are interested in, throwing a little cash our way, but getting the extra content, because I'm hitting up reviews, previews, extra ones. It's almost an audio every single day. They're about 30 minutes at the minute. I want to extend them. But I mean, I'm going deeper dive into, for example, Brentford tonight.
Yeah.
I went into a deeper dive of what happened with Chelsea. I'm going to go into a deep dive about Villa on the Patreon. So if you want more content, you enjoy this podcast, please click the link below here on iTunes and Spotify and have a little look to see if you want that extra content in your ears.
Yeah, because it sounds weird when you ask for money, though, doesn't it? Because, I mean, I think the theory of, the Patreon is it means we can keep doing this and do it more, because if you enjoy this...
I'm sure there's people out there hate our mic. I'll say that.
Oh, really?
Probably.
What's wrong with it?
It's not the most expensive.
Is it not? Well, that's why you need to join our Patreon, and then we can get a better microphone, and we sound better in your ears.
It feels a little bit like that now, but either way, enjoy it.
It's not a Ponzi scheme, I swear.
It's not. But if you enjoy our content, please have a look. Anyway.
Yeah.
Something we're going to talk about today, there's a few things. I mentioned it on the actual Patreon, was because I've done a deep dive about the Chelsea game, and I've done a deep dive into tonight's Brentford game. I wanted more, obviously, your thoughts.
Okay.
That you weren't on the Patreon this week.
Yeah.
But also, there's a couple of thoughts I had on that I think even the guys here on the main feed might want to hear about it.
So essentially, they can go to the Patreon for the deep dish pizza and then come here for the thin crust.
Yeah, exactly. And what I was going to say was, first of all, we'll start over at Chelsea. Because this time last week, I think were we gearing up for Bayern, or did we already had what?
No, because I watched that at home on the Wednesday.
So since our last podcast, we played Bayern, we played Chelsea, and we're about to play Brentford.
Oh.
Okay, so first of all, we'll start with Bayern.
Yeah.
Because I think we just need to get that, talked about. Because this was a ghost of our past. This is something that we haven't been able to overcome. One of the monkeys on our back that we haven't been able to shed. I mean, under Arteta, there's been a few, for example, Old Trafford, Etihad, Anfield. And again, not necessarily we've shedded these knockout stages of the Champions League. It's not that we've shedded it, but we've done a lot better.
Yeah.
Some of them shedded.
Yeah.
A huge one in our history is Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Big German monkey on your back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sprechende Deutsch.
Exactly. We do not beat them.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, we have a good record, but again, we've played them 4 times.
Yes.
We've not lost.
Yeah.
That's a small sample size. With Bayern Munich, we played a lot and we've lost a lot.
Yes.
And we've lost handedly. So going into this, we talked about it being that 7 points we needed from 9 or 4 from 9. We kind of said, I kind of expect 4 from 9 in that week.
Yeah.
I'm talking North London Derby, Bayern and Chelsea.
Yeah.
It was a huge week coming off an international with the injuries, everything like that. And we just thought 7 would be very good. And I think we agreed if the 2 wins came in the Premier League
Yes.
and the draw came in the Champions League, that is the best case scenario. But it's a tight second with North London Derby had to be a win.
Oh, God, yeah.
And if Chelsea was a draw away from home, but the Bayern was a win,
Yeah.
we can take massive positives from that. And that's what we got.
Yep.
So we win 3-1. You sitting back in your chair, Jay. You're
Sorry,
making me uncomfortable.
I'm
mate.
eager.
You're stressing me out a little bit.
Roy
I was like, I
Keane.
thought you were about to leave. We play Bayern. I must admit, I wasn't overly nervous. Similar to the PSG game in the group stage the year before.
Yeah.
It's not that important, especially when we were third, I think, going into the table.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
were top.
We
We're
quite-
now top,
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
but I wasn't overly worried. I wasn't also worried in the sense that I didn't think we were going to get humiliated. I didn't think we were necessarily going to lose,
Yeah.
but I didn't necessarily think we were going to win.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You know.
that one, I'd say I wasn't nervous going in just because the expectation on a Bayern Munich game is usually that we lose.
Mhm.
I mean, I was kind of expecting that. Like, so to go into that game, all I wanted, I think I said it last week, all I wanted was to not be humiliated. Because I feel like we've made such a big step forward. A game like that against Bayern Munich, I know it was at home and I know we've been good lately, but that, like you said, is a big monkey on your back. Like, that is one that you've really got to overcome. So, in my mind, a draw in that was fine.
Yeah.
A draw in that is okay. It means we've taken a step forward. But to come off a North London derby win, like we did,
Yeah.
and then kind of almost do exactly the same at home against Bayern Munich, like quite a prolific win.
As in the scoreline, yeah.
Yeah, the scoreline. I mean,
It was a much tighter game because that was the thing is I think in the first 20 minutes I remember kind of watching it thinking I'm not worried,
yeah.
but we're not in the game. Like we were definitely
It
not.
wasn't
It
comfortable.
didn't look how we have been looking.
No.
And then it took a set piece naturally to open them up, which
Yeah.
I'm okay with because in the past we've talked about it. And when you also look at the stats right now, guys, Man United, Chelsea, all these teams, Tottenham, they score a lot of set piece goals.
Yeah.
Tottenham added 2 more last night, which I think puts them level with us.
Yep.
We're not set piece FC that people think we are.
No, it's sometimes
We're good at them,
Yeah, you need different keys to unlock
Yeah.
different doors.
but we're also as good at them as 3 or 4 other teams.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and
I'm glad we're
Arteta
good at them.
said it in the press conference this week. We score from a lot, but we also concede from a lot. That's because most people put a lot of emphasis on set pieces.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but
Most teams.
we break them open. We get that goal, and you think at that point, I thought, oh, okay, I like this because
Yeah.
I think we can shut up shop a little bit. And I know we're without Gabriel already there,
Yeah,
but I thought, I think we're going to be okay.
yeah,
And then they do a really nicely worked goal. It was Kimmich with a long ball across.
yeah.
Can't remember who it was, but they
Nabry cut it back.
they cut it back across to oh my god, completely blanking on his name, the young lad.
guy. Yeah.
Oh my god, why am I blanking? I want to say his name's Paul, but it's not. It's like, is it a name like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a one word.
Oh,
I'll find out in a minute. But it knocks it back to him. Why am I struggling with that?
Leonard.
No.
There's something in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll figure that out in a minute. But they pull it back to the youngster, I think he's 17, and he
Yeah.
knocks it in. I thought, and I just went, wow, that
It
was
was
a
all
good.
like one touch, wasn't
I
it?
said, that's a good goal.
Yeah.
That was a good goal. And I didn't really question it. But at that point, it went to half time, and I thought, we look a bit janky, we look a bit confused.
But we're in it.
We were in the game, and I thought, I didn't feel anything. I kind of went, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll probably end this way.
Yeah.
But then I didn't expect what happened in the second half, which is Bayern to drop off massively,
Yeah.
and Arsenal to just almost give us the best half of football I've
Yeah.
seen this season.
Yeah.
Just dominance,
Yeah.
like Declan Rice, unbelievable. Just the way in which we took that game away from them, it was just
The Martinelli goal being my favourite by far.
we've got this knack in the last few years of kind of like winning games 3-1, but
Yeah.
it's very tight.
Yeah.
But the third one always like a really classic runaway goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, he's done this at the Bernabeu now.
Yeah.
But seeing years of watching Neuer make fun of us, watching him fly out and Martinelli just kneeing it past him, and
Yeah.
him also trying to get Martinelli
Yeah.
was hilarious to
Yeah.
me.
We
Like,
caught him out. We caught him out. We did a number on him.
it was a really, it was one of those games where I think at the end of it, I think we texted each other and went, I think we're really good at football.
I think we're good, yeah.
like Ben White in that interview.
Yeah.
I think we're quite good at football.
I think we're pretty good at it now.
It was so impressive, I thought.
Yeah, I think like you said, we wanted the win from the Spurs game. We expected a draw there, and to go win at Chelsea was the way we had it, kind of ideally.
I think his name's Leonard Carl.
Leonard, I knew that was in my head.
It's Carl is the name. Madueke as well got his first Champions League goal ever.
Yeah,
in that
fantastic.
game. It was just I was just so impressed. Carry on.
I think that's the beauty of this 3-game spell. Is it's the fact that we got the win against Spurs. We got the win against Bayern Munich, which officially shifted a lot of our... I mean, I know we did a number on Real Madrid, but you sometimes feel like that's a bit of a fluke. Like, it's one of those freakish occasions. But to do that and then this year do it against Bayern Munich, it means we are actually pretty good, like we said.
I think, go on.
But to then come off of... I mean, I'm going to move on slightly to the Chelsea game.
Before you do that, I just want to say, it was something that I found really interesting. I don't know if you saw it. The interview with Declan Rice is worth checking out on TNT afterwards, where he was actually talking about... in the first 20 minutes, he said, we were struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we saw that.
Yeah.
And he was saying what it was they were dropping deep. We didn't know where they were popping up. And he said, and they had no reference points. Yeah. And I've never heard a player talk this kind of, he went real deep into it. And he went, there was no reference points to pick up on. So we had no patterns.
Yeah.
So he said it wasn't until half time that we could all talk and communicate. And we picked up the reference points and where they were going to be and what they did and when they did it. Yeah. And he said, and we discussed that at half time. He said, and once we realised those reference points, he said it was much more comfortable.
That's intelligent football.
Yeah, and Arteta did an interview after that, and he said, he goes, it was a really fun game. He said mentally. In the end, Rice said the exact same. He said it was so interesting. Yeah. And I know people are laughing because there's that clip of Declan Rice during that game doing the... How many times do you look over his shoulder at other players? And it's like he collects the ball and does like a 2-yard wall pass. Yeah. He looks over his shoulder maybe 50 times in about 30 seconds. And he's not doing that for TV. That's just high-level football. But, and he's looking for those reference points. Yeah. But Arteta said, I said going into the game, and Rice said the same thing. He said, the boss was telling us, communication is huge. Yeah. Because if you do not communicate, they are going to appear in places where you cannot defend it. Yeah. And he said, so it's about like, when you have to leave a space because someone's dropped deep, you have to tell the next guy, you need to fill. That guy then needs to tell the next guy, you need to fill. Yeah. And he said, and that's not just happening every now and then. He said, it's consistently. So the minute you stop communicating, they will score.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, and that's what he said. And Arteta said, it was really interesting. And Rice said, mentally, it was really... quite hard. Yeah. And he said, but I really enjoyed the task.
It's mad, isn't it? Like the level of football now compared to like you'd have your positions and everyone would just kind of move up the field and then move back again in their positions.
The Championship's still a little bit like that, which is really good because it's like there's a yin and yang in it. Yeah. It's kind of better back then when there was less intelligence.
Simpler.
When it was a little less, like, I don't know.
It's like
sterile.
Yeah, it's the basic stuff you would learn if you went and played Sunday League football and you had a good coach.
It's surgical now. Yeah, it's surgical. Like,
it's exhausting. But again, I guess that is why you have to have rotation now. It's not because they're running a lot, which footballers do anyway.
Yeah, they are running more as well, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and it's the mental exhaustion of like constantly for 90 minutes you can't switch off because at this level you're done.
Well, there's a reason why like Bayern are probably I'd say the best team in Europe. If it's not us. Yeah. And I naturally think Bayern are the best team in Europe. I think we were better on the night. Yeah. But the PSG also up there. Yeah. But at that level where I'm talking PSG, Bayern, us currently, Pep, maybe in the past, I mean, you can't sink 5-4 to Fulham. No. And you're not working it on all cylinders, I don't think, in my opinion. Like scoring goals at will, but also conceding a lot. Yeah. But when you're doing it at this level, I think this is what happens. Like, I think you have to be on it. Because that's the reason why, for example, when you watch the Championship, how many shots you see from 30 yards go top bins? Yeah. And you think, in the Premier League, you never see top bins anymore. Like it's very rare someone even gets that. No. And what it is it's down to the amount of time you get on the ball to get a shot away. Yeah. Whereas in the Championship, sometimes they don't close down as quick enough, so they put it in top bins. And they go, well, why in the Premier League are they not that good at shooting? It's like, no, they are. They just can't.
They just no one switches off in the Premier League. You can't.
And it's the same reason why when the Championship teams come up, they're not going top bins every week. Because they can't. They don't have the time anymore. But when you see that highest level and how surgical and how detailed you have to be to not allow one mistake or one miscommunication that leads to a goal, you see why people like PSG and that can win all the competitions and Bayern, and why we're kind of stepped up another level now under Arteta, because I think he was ahead of all this and he was like, we need set pieces, we need grit, but we also need to be studying tape the night of that game for the next game.
But he just didn't have the group of players yet. Like he hadn't put together the group of players that were going to follow this
Yeah.
procedure. It's like having it's like a high performing race car.
Yeah.
And all the bits have to be working. The minute one bit drops off slightly, the guys back in the... I don't know what the technical term is for F1 and that, but the guys in the booth, they see it on the computer that one thing has dropped a bar.
1%.
Get them in. Let's sort it out, change it, go again.
And if you look at things like F1, you know, if your car goes down by 1%, you're now 10th.
Yeah.
You go. That's the difference between first and 10th.
That's the Premier League.
And that's the Premier League now. And I think that is the level, and I think that's the credit it's not given. And again, it does sometimes make a more boring product, but then you watch like City, Fulham last night.
Yeah.
It's more interesting in different ways, and we've talked about it before where Odegaard has been almost like a manager on the field. Moreno does it, where you've almost seen it after 5 minutes, him waving at Arteta and shouting, like explaining, pointing at things, and then Arteta will put his thumbs up, and it's almost like they said, "This is how I think they're setting up and what they're going to do."
Yeah.
And then Odegaard's on there, kind of downloading the information, and he goes, "Oh no, they're doing this.
Yeah.
It's the second thing we said," and he's trying to say to him, "It's the other thing."
Yeah.
And then Arteta's like, "Cool," and then you can see Odegaard running around telling people, "It wasn't what we thought. It's the other thing we thought."
It's madness.
And then they start, and you can see them almost grow into the game once they've realised what it is. But it's, you know, they see it in MMA fighting. They always say, like, in that first like 2-3 minutes, they're just touching each other's hands, and they're downloading. Oh, okay. When he shuffles his left foot forward, he does this with his right. When he does 2 punches here, his natural pattern is to do this.
Yeah.
And he has to do it for long enough to pick up every single pattern he can before he then goes, now I can take a risk.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of Premier League football feels like, because we've talked about before, bet responsibly. If you do that bet now in Premier League of both teams to make a foul in the first 10 minutes, never comes in.
No. No.
Watch a game, like watch tonight's games, whatever one you watch. See how many fouls happen in that first 10 minutes. Chances are it's one.
Yeah.
One.
Unless you get the odd occasion, like the Chelsea game, which we'll get to.
Yeah, there was 10 fouls in the first minute, I think. But that is the difference.
Yeah.
And it's weird because what they're doing is they're kind of knocking it around, seeing where people are going in the pockets and stuff, and then figuring it out.
Yeah.
And again, there's pros and cons that come with that.
Yeah.
Is that a good product? I don't know. Is it fun for the players? Probably.
Yeah, because they get to think more.
Yeah, it depends what type of player
I think
it is.
if you're a football fan, it depends what kind of football fan you are. Like, if you're the kind of football fan that just enjoys football for the football of it, and you just want action. I mean, that's probably quite dull. Like, these teams are creating dull football. But I mean, for football fans that like the
nuance.
Yeah, the science behind it. Like, even when you were explaining all of that then, I was beaming.
Yeah, you like that.
I want to watch another game. Like, I want to watch tonight's game against Brentford and just kind of analyse what's going on in that first 10 minutes. Like, I'm not just staring at it for the sake of just...
get a goal.
Yeah, somebody score.
Like,
Work harder.
Yeah, the joke you used to make was, do better.
Do better. Yeah.
Just do better.
Just do better. But I like just watching the pitch and just seeing like what they're doing, the choices they're making, and why they're doing it. I mean, we learnt that a lot going to that England game. I don't know what year it was, a long time ago.
It was a 0-0, but we realised how good certain players like Rio Ferdinand was. And...
yeah, watching certain players off the ball. Like, I kind of wish the cameras now were just higher, so you could see the whole pitch. Yeah. I don't want it to be just in that middle portion. I want to see everything. I want to see what Raya's doing while we're on the attack. Yeah. Like, I want to see what each person's doing and what position they're taking up and why.
What player's going to slap what player? You know, that kind of stuff.
I want a little microphone on Arteta during the game.
I think they should mic up the players, but like in NFL.
Yeah.
And just delete all the swearies.
Yeah, I just want to hear what he's saying during the game. I know that's giving away a lot of trade secrets to other teams, but I want to know. Mm-hmm. Just let me pay a Patreon and I want to get it.
Yeah, oh, that was funny noise. Was that your drink?
My thumbs.
Same night as that, obviously, Liverpool were to lose 4-1 at home.
Yeah.
To PSV.
Yeah. What a mess.
The pressure continues on to Arne Slot, and it's a tough one. And quickly, the last little bit I want to do on Bayern in that Champions League was an interesting statement that Kimmich made afterwards, which is just such old hat. They asked him about, was that the hardest game we've played this season? Yeah. And he said, no, PSG was harder and so was Chelsea.
Yeah.
They beat both PSG and Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he said we just play long ball.
He said, I can tell you exactly what he said. They played long ball and they rely on set pieces. Yeah. It's not a football game. It's different.
Yeah.
They rely on just duels. And then if you listen to the whole statement, he basically goes on to say, which we also rely on, and they were better than us at winning those duels.
Yeah, they like to snippet little portions of the...
The first bit was backhanded, what he was trying to say. It's just like, similar to what I said the other day when I listened, it was a certain Arsenal, I think it was a Sunderland game. It's like they've scrolled Twitter once, and that was their research for the game.
Yeah.
People genuinely think Arsenal play down the wings just to win corners.
Yeah, yeah.
Our wingers only come infield.
Yeah, they get
they're
in.
nowhere near the corner.
always
They don't want to
cut
go.
in,
They don't go near the corner flag.
I tell you what.
That idea, and also look at the stats. They had 20% more long balls in the game.
Yeah.
Their goal came from Kimmich doing a long ball to Gnabry.
Yeah, it did.
That's
Yeah.
how silly the whole concept is, and it's obviously going around world football. Oh, they're like they fight you, they do all this, and it's like, no, we're just good at all phases.
But also, if you are very aware that we can only win by long ball and set pieces, then you should also be downloading that data in the game and stopping the long ball and set pieces.
To give you an idea,
you're telling us what we did, but why didn't you stop it? We scored 3 goals.
Yeah, Arsenal are a little bit like there was a wrestling character I came up with when I was younger before we started wrestling, where you be like a chameleon.
Yeah.
So basically, when you like someone cheats to beat you, you have now that in your arsenal because you've gone, oh, I know how to do that now because they did it against me.
Yeah. Almost like stealing someone's loot on Fortnite.
Yes, it kind of feels like or their power, you know, if they've got like a mythic or something.
Take that.
Arsenal have done that because, for example, against Bayern, I did notice that we kept going long. We didn't really play out from the back.
Raya pumped it forward a lot.
But we still didn't do it as much as them.
No.
The stats show that.
It didn't always work.
But I did notice that we were doing it slightly more.
Yeah.
And it worked, right? We won 3-1.
Yeah.
And if you remember, do you remember City went for a couple years there where we couldn't beat them?
Yeah.
It was really frustrating.
Yeah.
And do you remember what they kept doing? Ederson would never play it short. He'd go long. Haaland would drop in, flick it on, and De Bruyne would carry on. And we'd go, why is this so simple?
Yeah. Why are we stopping it now?
Pep, when he goes against Arsenal, he goes, oh, no, you don't have to pass it anymore. Just go long. It's easy.
Yeah.
And he'd beat us.
Yeah.
And everyone would go, oh, it's genius. He knows how to beat him. So when we play Bayern Munich, do you know what we do? We go, long.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're going to do against Brentford tonight? Not go long.
No, it changes.
We're picking up things from things that people do against us, you know, as far as we were laughed at for how bad we were with dealing with long throws years ago.
Yeah.
Now we do long throws. By the way, we don't do long throws near as much as every other team.
No.
But either way, we figured out long throws a couple of years ago. People would always score set pieces. Got to be stronger. We now score set pieces. Oh, you can only score set pieces. We go long ball when teams give us that.
Yeah.
People, you only go long ball. We do tiki-taka, score a really perfect goal. We scored 4 open play goals against Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're still just looking for... It's like...
Well, you've got to play complete football.
Yeah.
If you can do all of football, and when you need to, why is that an issue?
Yeah.
Like, what's it? I don't understand. When did it change that it became an issue for a team to figure out how to do all the things and then use them when they need them?
Yeah,
like,
on the Patreon, I've mentioned that it's very similar to NFL. If you want to win the Premier League...
Yeah.
If you want to win the Super Bowl, you're going to have to be good on offense.
Yeah.
You're going to have to have the best defense.
Yeah.
And you're going to have great special teams.
Yeah.
You cannot have one of them a dud.
And some games, you're going to throw it. And some games, you're going to have to run it.
Yeah.
Like, it changes.
Depending on the opposition, the weather, all sorts.
And then some teams are good at throwing and not running. Some teams are good at running and not throwing.
Yeah, and that trips them up eventually.
Yeah.
And it's the same and in America, they actually say defenses win championships.
Yeah.
Whereas over here, people don't like that.
No.
You know, Mourinho did it and everyone didn't like it, but now people talk quite glowingly of it.
Yeah.
But talking to Mourinho, we went to Chelsea at the weekend. And I'd say the biggest fear of all of it was that team news we were really excited about to see if like people had made it back.
Yeah.
And 2 had made it back. Jesus and Gyökeres were made it to the bench.
Yeah.
But another one had left that we weren't expecting in Saliba.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, now, brilliant. We're at the second team in the league.
Yeah.
Away from home. And I mentioned this earlier in the week, that they had a good week in the sense that they played Burnley. They didn't overextend themselves. They rotated their team.
Yeah.
They played Barcelona. That's a huge game.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
In which they lost a man in the 35th minute.
Yeah.
Similar to what Chelsea go on to do here.
Yeah.
So they were working a lot less than you'd expect. And it was at home, and they ended up comfortably winning it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we had a emotional, draining, even though a 4-1 win
Yeah.
against Tottenham. Then we had
To
Bayern Munich.
defeat a demon.
a mentally draining, physically draining team with our full strength against 11 men with a day's less rest.
Yeah.
Because they played Tuesday, we played Wednesday. Then we had to go away from home
Yeah.
with current big injuries.
Yeah.
And then we add another one. And then this team walked into that game full of confidence.
Yeah.
At home, going, we're going to take this away from them.
Yeah.
And seeing that Saliba, I must admit, I love Hincapié. I love Mosquera.
Yeah.
I love them individually.
Yeah.
As far as when they're paired with Gabriel or or Saliba,
We
like
haven't
individually.
seen them together though.
They've only been together once, and it was
Yeah.
Brighton in the Carabao Cup, which we did win comfortably,
Very different game.
but it was a very different type of game.
Yeah.
This worried me
Yeah.
because we had Calafiori, we had Timber, we had Ray, and I thought, the fullbacks are great, the goalie's great. These two are great. It depends what we give it. In all fairness, I'm just going to add this to this whole caveat to this, and I know Chelsea believe they won this game somehow,
Yeah.
but take everything away, other than the goal, which was from a set piece.
Yep.
What did they actually create?
They didn't do much.
They didn't really.
No.
And they had 5 shots on target, which is
Yeah.
the most we've had since opening day against Man United.
It was a very open game though.
It was a very open game. Did they counter attack great on us? Yes.
Yeah.
Were they super brave? Yes. Were they really quick in the tackles? Yes. Did they overstep the limit? Yes.
They were up for it.
Were they up for it? And that's what you'd want from your team if I was a Chelsea fan. 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Did they play with courage and they went to win? Yes. Even
Yeah.
when they went down to 10 men, did they try and win? Yes.
Yeah.
All these things are great. But what big chance did they have in the game?
I don't remember many.
They didn't.
No.
They had some shots.
Yeah.
They had some good, set pieces. They had good worked positions that they didn't quite finish.
Yeah.
I think Ray made a nice save down to his left at one point. I think from Neto, I want to say.
There was one Esteval should have done better and he skied it.
Skied it. But as far as fully working Raya keeping us in the game, they didn't.
Not really, no.
And this is a game in which people really believe Chelsea completely dominated. They did. I think the first 30 minutes, I was kind of going, do you know what? I must admit, and this is something I said on the Patreon, I actually felt drained going into the game.
Tired, yeah. It's been a long week.
I felt tired. And if I, as a fan, and again, I'm a fan who is doing a podcast nearly every day. So it is more draining
Yeah.
than a regular fan because I'm talking about it constantly.
You're analysing it.
And
You're
I'm
not just
analysing
watching it
I'm
and
living
moving
it,
on,
yeah. But only out on the surface,
Yeah.
for half an hour a day.
Yeah.
And the rest of the day, I'm sure I'm still watching YouTube
You're
and I'm
thinking about
listening
it,
to podcasts and stuff. But it's, it's surface.
Yeah.
Now imagine how those players felt.
Yeah.
And I know they're paid a lot, but they're human. And you can't take away and Alan Shearer did the best on Match of the Day where he said, that's a good week. 7 out of 9
Yeah.
having to play a derby, he said, and I can tell you, are emotional, draining days.
Yeah.
Tifo, fireworks, pressure, goals, and then, that feeling of like finishing it and just going, we did it.
We did it. We need to go
And
again,
then
though.
they go, yeah, tomorrow get in the ice bath because we've got Bayern Munich in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Bayern Munich of all teams. Yeah. You go and do that. Then the fireworks are going off again. The Emirates is roaring.
It's like you
do it
haven't
all
left.
over again. You go, did it. Yeah, in 2 days you've got the team that are second in the league. If they win it, it's going to cut the lead.
Yeah, they're flying.
You might struggle. Oh, okay, we need to get up for it. It's away from home. And we just lost Saliba. Anyway,
Yeah.
crack on.
Yeah, get it done.
And I felt drained as a fan. I almost went into it going, I'm all footballed out, and I never get footballed out.
Yeah.
And I don't want no football. I'm someone who wants football every single day.
But there's a difference when it's 3 back-to-back.
It's too big. It was almost like too much pressure in every game.
I'm looking forward to the Brentford game a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And like somehow we've piled pressure on it in some other way.
There's
But,
always pressure now.
but yeah, it was almost like, I don't know. Like usually I go in, I'm really nervous. I wasn't nervous. I was just like, we'll find out.
Yeah.
And after the first 20 minutes, I went, they're going to win this because we're not at it.
Yeah.
And I could see why they weren't at it.
Yeah.
It's a knackering week.
Yeah.
And Chelsea were at it. Then the Casado incident happens.
Yep.
And before that, he was running around mugging people,
He
essentially.
was. He fouled Timber twice.
He's a
and they
professional shin kicker, we know that. But
Yeah, he was taking players out left, right, and centre, but the referee wasn't really doing anything.
no, and I think overall, the ref got the game 99%
He
right.
controlled it well.
I think he did it,
It was
considering
it was chaos.
he backed himself into a corner early because he started booking.
Yeah.
I think the only things he got wrong is I think Cucurella early doors made 3 fouls, got a booking,
Yeah.
made another one, then another one.
Yeah.
And he didn't send him off. And
Yeah.
I think it'd be... People would say don't ruin the game on 30 minutes, but it's like...
You got to calm him down.
Yeah, but if we know that we can't ruin the games in 30 minutes, why doesn't Timber just take people out for 30 minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
You can't. You kind of have to go, well, we've given you a warning. Here's another warning. Here's another warning.
Yeah.
Here's a yellow warning. Here's another warning. Here's another warning.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
because Saka couldn't get past it. But Saka was getting past him with ease, but he was just kicking him down. But I think he got that a little bit wrong. I think all of our back 3 got booked in that first half,
Yeah.
minus Timber, who should have got booked because
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was Neto knocked it past, put his arm right across him and just pulled him down.
Yeah, he
the
did.
ref played on, and that should have been booking. That would have been all back 4 booked. Zubimendi picked up a booking early doors on his
Yeah.
first tackle, I think it was, bit of a breakaway. Hincapie's one came after the red card where they really wanted a red card on the Chalobah elbow.
Yeah.
And I think VAR got it right. They said it's reckless with the arm, but he never looks at the player. He doesn't know the player's there.
No.
He's just jumping with his arms up, which, as we've heard, every northern/older generation commentator say, can't jump without your arms. Because, for example, when Moreno's ear nearly came off his head against Sunderland, they went, well, that's just good defending.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
be what it will. But the Caicedo tackle, in real time, I went, ooh. And the way he flopped around,
Yeah.
I think he might be lying. Because there was nothing, it didn't look like a foul that would have hurt Caicedo to me.
Yeah.
And then when the way the ref was close and played on, I thought he would have seen it if it was bad.
Yeah.
So I assume it's just they've come together and clashed knees or something.
Yeah, the way they reacted initially, I thought it was just a coming together and both kind of came out hurt. But then the more it went on, I was like, well, Caicedo's definitely covering something up there.
Yeah, because the more I went on, I was trying to think back because I was like, because I think there was chance of red and all sorts. And I was like, could this be Moreno red?
Yeah.
And then I thought, but Moreno passed the ball. How would he get?
Yeah.
It can't have been him.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to know when two people fall. But I was
Yeah.
like, but he actually passed the ball. So I was like, it can only be Caicedo. And then when they showed it, I was like, oh, that's a red.
Yeah.
It was a clear red. And then you also watched the replay to look for how Caicedo got hurt.
Yeah.
He couldn't have got hurt.
No, he didn't.
He had his legs planted quite happily.
He just pretty much bowed in on Moreno's ankle.
Yeah, it was a clear red, and I think he literally went down. And in America, they actually said what they could hear from VAR.
Oh, really?
And the VAR originally said Caicedo is faking an injury to avoid the severity. That was one of the first things they said.
That's
so
damning.
the ref heard that
Yeah.
and went, "Oh, okay," because they saw what we did. And
Yeah.
I actually like that from VAR because they're saying he could have easily tweaked his knee, but guess what? When he got sent off, what was he about to do? Come back on.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. He looked mad. He looked confused.
And Moreno looked more confused. He was like, "Why is he down?"
There's an angle where they're treating Caicedo.
Moreno's looking
and he sat up. Moreno's sat up too, but facing the opposite way. But the angle gets Moreno's face perfectly.
Yeah, he's like-
and he's just looking at him like, what is this?
Yeah, what have you done and why are you hurt? But he gets sent off, and I must admit, at that point, I thought, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like, we're not playing well.
No.
That's a lifeline. And I've been waiting for forever for a red card in a big game away from home where you can go, oh, this is ours.
We can take this now.
We can take this.
Yeah.
I've waited so long for this. Because sometimes you watch like Man City, Liverpool, and Liverpool player gets sent off, and you think, we never get this situation.
No.
I want this situation.
Yeah, and then Man City are just knocking on their door the whole game. Then.
And we got it.
Yeah.
And what happened was the next 10, 15 minutes of that half, Chelsea either tried to get us sent off,
Yeah.
or they were nearly they were getting in our half.
They did not back down.
Nothing changed.
No.
They didn't make a sub.
It didn't feel like there was a red.
They didn't change their formation or
No.
anything. They just carried on. I thought Reece James was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they just carried on, and I got to half time. I thought he's going to have to figure something out. In my head, I said, get Gyökeres on, get Madueke on, and just get Odegaard on and have Eze and Odegaard in the
Yeah.
field and just go forward. And he didn't. And early, straight away, they win that set piece. They score that goal. Really good goal.
Yeah.
I think some people since then have said it's offside. But I don't think it is. Chalobah gets the flick on. I think it's Chalobah scores, isn't it?
Yeah.
He flicks it on, and if you look, when he flicks it on, Enzo is offside.
Yeah.
And Enzo jumps to try and header the ball. So Mosquera has to kind of push into him,
Yeah.
which leaves the goal open. I don't think it is. I think it's not close enough. I don't think it's an offside. I think it's a bit... It should have been probably checked more.
Yeah.
But based on what like Liverpool have dealt with, was like people actively offside.
Yeah.
And what we did last week against Tottenham,
Yeah.
I don't think it's an offside.
No.
Personally.
I do wish Mosquera had spent less time worrying about
The offside man.
and just kind of headering it, because I feel like he could have just headed
Yeah.
it. It went right over his head. He didn't jump.
Yeah.
It
wasn't aggressive.
If he just watched the ball a little bit, he could have just headed it off the line.
Yeah, and but again, they scored a set piece, and I said, fair play to them. But the minute after that, I thought, oh, they've dropped.
Yeah.
They basically must have said at half time, if we can get a goal on a counter or on a set piece,
Yeah.
set up shop.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is good for us to an
Yeah.
extent, because at least we don't have to worry about the counter.
Yeah.
Little did I know, every time they would counter, they would send 5 men with them. And they would sell out and absolutely go for a goal, and Arsenal had to constantly get players back.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the best way to do what they, when you've got 10 men, we've seen it with us. When we have 10 men, it feels like we'll never score a goal if we play for 5 weeks.
Oh, it feels like we're accepted but not scoring. Yeah.
They did not. They could have scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable that we weren't going to concede again. We make some changes. I think we did make them early enough. Like, I think he took Zubimendi off, dropped Rice into the 6, and brought Odegaard on with Eze.
Yeah.
I think he brought Madueke on for Martinelli.
Yeah.
And I like that. because of the Chelsea connection. What I didn't like is I didn't like Madueke's performance at all. I think early doors he made like a half decent tackle where he could have ran off with it, but he kind of left it to Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
And then threw his arms at Lewis Skelly as if to say, like, you should have dealt with that. But it was definitely Madueke's ball.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really taking guys on.
No, it was like half effort.
It was half effort.
Yeah.
And he was doing a lot of like laughing and like weird.
Yeah.
And the feeling I got from it is he went in emotional.
Yeah.
And you could tell because I think there's a clip, isn't there, of Enzo and Cucurella kicking him and the ball.
Yeah.
And they both turn around and start screaming in his face and run off.
Yeah.
I don't think they like him.
No.
The Chelsea players do not like him.
No.
And I think maybe it was emotion. It might have been like nerves that he knows they don't like him. He's worried about getting hurt.
He's jumped ship.
Just come from a knee injury.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but he wasn't himself. He was the guy that Chelsea fans didn't mind leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't the
Maybe
guy
it's
we...
Stamford Bridge. Maybe there's something there that
Maybe.
just causes him to play that way.
He wasn't what we saw in the start of this season.
Yeah.
Or even in that Bayern Munich game in that cameo where he scored. So I was a bit disappointed with that. So there was that situation. And then I, at that point, said Moreno needs to come off and you need to get Gyökeres on.
Yeah.
At that point, Moreno scored.
Yeah.
I still said get him off for Gyökeres to go for the win. Really good piece from Saka, crosses it, Moreno, and I think Madueke's right there as well if he doesn't get it. And I thought, do you know what, now it's 1-0. We got it nice and early. It was like still 30 minutes or so left. And I thought, okay, now get Gyökeres on.
Yeah.
Get Moreno off and go for it. And instead he took off Eza, dropped Moreno in and put Gyökeres. And I thought, you're worried about that counter.
Yeah.
And for me, I know Eza's not the best at defending and Moreno's much better. But I mean, physically...
Yeah.
I don't think Moreno's getting back any quicker than Eza on a counter.
No, I guess he just wanted that midfield to sit a little deeper though.
Yeah.
Like
He might be worried as well about set pieces. If they get up the other end and get a corner, Moreno's going to win a lot more headers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't like that. Was the one change I wasn't sure about. And also the other one was for me was we had one left in the tank, I think, and it's like get Waneri on.
Yeah.
It's another attacking midfield. You bring him on for Moreno.
Yeah, let him have a go.
Let him have a go. He's got a good shot. Things like that. We didn't. Honestly, I don't think we created enough in that gap. It was very frustrating. I think Chelsea played it really well.
We did the opposite to what they did when they went down to 10.
Yeah.
They went down. If you imagine it like with boxers, they were the boxers that got hit in the face and nearly knocked out, but then decided, well, I'm going to have to go for it now.
I'm going to go down swinging, yeah.
I'm going to lose anyway, so let's go. Whereas we did the opposite. We got the goal. They took the hit. We kind of backed down.
Just jabbed till the end,
yeah. We just kind of...
And I think Odegaard...
And Gyökeres nearly...
Well, this is it. We'll talk about that as well because I said it to you during the game. I really like Odegaard because he's so different as Eza. Like he's not going to score the goals Eza scores. He's not going to be as flashy as Eza is, but he's going to work so hard.
Yeah. He's
going to press.
Yeah.
He has got an unbelievable pass and assist in him, probably more than Eza.
Yeah, yeah.
He hasn't got the goals of Eza. He hasn't got the maybe pizzazz.
No, he's not quite the flashy forward player.
No, but what I do love is he sets a tempo.
Yeah.
The speed on his feet, the ball on his feet, is what I really loved. Was he kind of gets it, he dips in, he swings past Rice, collects the ball, and he just pushes Chelsea back. He just runs, and then he just plays out to Saka, and then runs backwards and goes, give it back, and then knocks it across the other side. And all of a sudden, you've got some space, and you think that's just pure intelligence of like a good player.
Yeah.
Eza does not come back and get that ball from Rice. No. Rice doesn't really come and get it from Zubimendi.
No.
There's a gap, whereas Odegaard's a really good bridge between the 6 and the 10. And I wonder if there is a future in dropping Odegaard back a tiny bit. You know, in that like in kind of the Rice role.
Cazorla type player.
Yeah, so like your 10 is actually on the left with Eza.
Yeah.
But the right side is actually deeper lying.
I think that was Cazorla, wasn't it? He was the last player we had that kind of did that.
Yeah.
Pulled the strings in the middle more.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's something there because the tempo just sped up. And what I liked was sometimes you get the ball and you turn like within a second out to Saka. And we hadn't done that all game. And I was like, because he knows, he's like, well, he's beaten him whole game.
You said that to me in the message, didn't you? You said, just why aren't we getting the ball to Saka quicker?
Because he's 1-on-1 every time. They're actually going 1-on-1 on him. He's got Cucurella who's on a booking and he's beating him every time.
Yeah.
And so Odegaard came on and like grabbed the ball, swiveled, smashed out to Saka and was like, you'll figure out.
Yeah, yeah.
And what did the goal come from? Saka doing that. Like, so I did like that. I like that from Odegaard. I want to see Odegaard from the start again. I think we've missed that.
Yeah.
Same with Gyökeres when he came on. I don't think he did. I think they lit the world up. I think he nearly killed the goalie at one point. But
that's fair.
He had to.
Yeah, that was fair.
The Moreno shot was really nice as well.
Yeah.
But and he didn't. He wasn't dangerous with it. He was just trying to get the goal. And I think that he had to go for it. But then
Sanchez
later,
definitely made that more.
Yeah. When you watch the replay, he didn't really touch him.
He squirmed around like he'd been shot in the chest.
Yeah, but then later on, Madueke, I think it was, creates the the chance.
So close.
And Timber comes in and
Yeah.
takes it completely off a completely free Gyökeres. There mustn't have been a communication or something, because it's reminiscent of Havertz and Trossard last year at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Right in the last second.
Yeah.
We could have won that game. And this is the bit I think I'll say is, the feeling is online, there's a lot of people saying the wheels are coming off of Arsenal. The performance, I'll say this, when the team goes down to 10 men, you do feel that slight disappointment.
Yeah.
But you have to zoom out 1 week and go, what we started at the start of the week. 7 out of 9 felt like the best case scenario. I said, if we get 9 out of 9, we've won the league.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't think that would happen. I said 7 out of 9, I'd be more than chuffed.
Yeah.
This was maybe slightly second best option, but it's still an unbelievable option. I'll take that.
Do you know what? Like, I know we said in hindsight, last week we said, obviously, the 3 points at the Tottenham game, draw at Bayern Munich, win at Chelsea. I said it to someone at work this week. I think this case, I don't mind at all. Like, I think this is... I know we said our best case scenario, but this, for me, is perfect.
I think I feel better with actually beating Bayern. I think I would love to beat Chelsea, but if I had to pick the two...
Well, it's the points in the league. That's the thing you're missing. Like, we said that because we wanted all the points in the league.
Yeah.
Because that is important. Like, in the league we're in currently, Man City are snooping. Like, there's enough going on that we need the points.
Yeah.
But this, putting a shift in against Tottenham and getting that kind of win, putting a shift in against Munich and getting that kind of win, the team that we can never beat. So we've proved points.
Yeah, and then
across
not
the
being
board.
able to actually turn up at our best against away...
Because we're tired.
maybe the second best, maybe third best team in the league at the minute.
And still get a draw.
And still get a draw. Take away the red card. Because the red card is the only bit that makes you go...
It didn't change the game.
And we could have won it at the end. But realistically, if that red card doesn't happen,
Yeah.
they probably beat us.
Yeah, and the
we
game-
feel a lot worse.
Yeah, I think the game didn't really change because of the red card.
No, and I don't think we were good enough for the win. And I'm glad that result happened there. And also, like I was saying, you have to zoom out. You have to zoom out 1 week and do that.
Yeah.
Now zoom out a little bit more and you look at, for example, because of the way the week went, because of the way Tottenham went, we managed to get a couple of players on near the end because of how well we were winning.
Yeah.
So a couple of players got a couple minutes rest, right?
Yeah.
Then we went to Bayern Munich and we thought no one's going to have to be able to... We were talking about the week before, like, can Norgard play against Bayern Munich? We need to rest Zubimendi, right? Instead, in that Bayern Munich game, we got players off and we got a couple of players back on the field.
Yeah.
Like Madueke, who scored.
Small wins.
Small wins. And also small minutes for some people to come off and go, do you know what? Saka went off with 35 minutes to go against Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would have said we'd ever be able to do something like that?
Yeah. Mad.
So, we could rest players. So it means people were fresher for Chelsea. It didn't look like they were fresh. But even in the Chelsea game, Zubimendi got 30 minutes rest.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Zubimendi only played 60 minutes.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Calafiori played half a game.
Yeah.
He only played 60 against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
No,
True.
he played 30.
Yeah.
So Lewis Kelly played 60 minutes against Bayern Munich. He then played 45 minutes against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So they've been splitting their time. So all of a sudden, we got two fresh left backs going into this game. So when you zoom out like that, you go, oh, we did get a couple wins there. And then against Chelsea, we also got Gyökeres back on, Madueke, Odegaard.
That was a big plus, seeing those faces back again. Yeah.
It's huge. And even getting another game under Hikapi and Mosquera. So going into the Brentford game, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, okay, Zubimendi could play.
Yeah.
Because he has had the minutes off now. Like he's not played 90 minutes every few days.
No.
The only two players that are kind of probably running on red a little bit in the last week is Timber and Rice.
Yeah.
Who are the only two players I think that played 90 minutes.
In the way they play as well. Like,
all 3 games.
They don't hold back.
No, and tonight is one that you have to think, like, can we rotate? And that zooming out thing I want to do is because, like, when you think about it, beating Bayern Munich, the knock-on effect of that is we've got Club Brugge away this time next week.
Yeah.
Now you could kind of send a second team.
Yeah. Yeah, we're safe.
Because we are so much safer. If it was a draw, maybe all of a sudden it's like, oh no, between having to go play Villa and Everton, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or Villa and Wolves.
Yeah.
We now have to go and win. All of a sudden that makes, and it's a trip away from home. We're going to Belgium. It's all these things.
You're going to expel a lot more fuel.
Whereas
that way,
zoom out, we won that Bayern Munich game. There's a knock-on effect. We draw that Chelsea game. Not the worst game to draw.
No.
Away from home against Chelsea.
Fine.
Zoom out a bit more. It means we can then go, because of the way it went, we can go a bit full strength now against Brentford.
Yeah.
Or at least half strength, win it, and then go against Villa at the weekend, which is really important. Not worrying about Bruges 3 days later
Yeah.
because of the Bayern Munich win.
And
So,
staying in third gear for a little bit.
so when you zoom out, and I'm going to zoom out fully now to kind of give you perspective. Liverpool went the distance a few years ago where they went to the final of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and Champions League.
Yeah.
But they weren't doing much in the league, but they still played every game as every team does. They played 62 games that year.
Oof.
It's the most games you can physically play in a year, okay? We're 20 games in. this season in all comps.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're essentially a third of the way through if you went the distance and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do...
Big chunk done already.
Yes. So we're a third of the way through in all comps.
Yeah.
If I had said at the start of the season we were going to hit this podcast on this day and say 20 games done of potentially 62 if we want to win all the quadruple, which is unlikely.
Yeah.
And this is how it went. Win-win-loss, win-win-draw, win-win, 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 draw, win-win, draw.
That is mad.
It's 3 draws, 1 loss, and 16 wins in all comps. We have only lost 1 game in all competitions. We've only conceded 1 goal in the Champions League. We have yet to concede in the Carabao Cup. And in the Premier League, we have conceded, I think it's 7 out of, was it game 13, is it? Game week 13?
Yeah. That is mad.
When you look
it visually,
I've got a thing here. Like, look at these results. Like, we win a 1-0 away from Man United. We lose to essentially a Szoboszlai free kick away from being unbeaten still.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one
and
goal.
1 point better.
Yeah.
If that had happened. You've got, as far as away, 2-1 away to Newcastle, 1-1 against Man City. We've beaten Fulham away 1-0.
Yeah.
There's a tough get like Burnley. It's not tough, but it kind of is.
Awkward.
2-0 win. Draw against Sunderland away from home, but they're going to trip up against a lot. We've had to go to Stamford Bridge already and draw 1-1.
Yeah.
The reason I bring that up is that zoom out of kind of going, now put that into perspective.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. Like, sometimes you'll beat Man City, but you'll draw against West Ham, and everyone's like, this is why you don't win the league. And so, I don't think it is, because you managed to take points off the team that are going for you, but then drop points against teams that you're not worried about.
Yeah.
But if someone had said at the start of the week you're going to get 4 points from those 2 games, you would have taken it.
Yeah.
But you would expect it to have been 3 points from West Ham and 1 point from City.
Yeah. I'd rather take points off the big club.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you have to do that to be like, was that a good week as opposed to a good game?
Yeah.
And I think we've had a very good week.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is that week happens again every single week now.
Yeah, it's constant.
But it won't be. I don't think we have another week like that.
That's different. Like, we're not yet. Chances of us having another 2 London derbies, one being the North London derby, and then a big demon team that we can't beat. That's not happening again.
And the other thing I wanted to say was, if you look at the current top 8, it's Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Villa, Brighton, Sunderland, Man United, and Liverpool. I screenshot this yesterday, so I think Tottenham might actually be in 7th or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But let's look at that. You can't use us because obviously we're Arsenal. So there's 7 other teams in that top 8.
Yeah.
Of those 7 teams, Liverpool gone away to, Man United gone away to, Sunderland gone away to, Brighton yet to play, Villa this weekend gone to, Chelsea gone to,
Yeah.
City played at home.
Yeah.
So of the top 8, we can only do 7 of them because, again, like I said, we are Arsenal. We've played 5 teams away from home out of that top 7.
That's mad. It's already done. With that record.
We've done so well to kind of maintain what we have, and dare I say, touch wood, we've probably had the worst injury crisis we'll have all season, because you can't imagine it. I know as an Arsenal fan you probably could, but you can't imagine it getting worse than what it has been already. Like losing Saliba for a period of games, and then again doing it again now.
Yeah.
Gabriel losing for a longer period recently. We've lost Odegaard for pretty much the whole season.
Yeah.
Havertz pretty much the whole season. Jesus the whole season.
Yeah.
Martinelli probably half.
Yeah.
Trossard now we've lost.
Yeah.
Saka missed probably a third of the season.
Yeah.
Madueke's missed over half.
Yeah.
If someone had said that at the start of this, I would have been like, with that fixture list and those players missing, no, of course we.
Yeah, we should be down the bottom.
Like, as long as we can claw top 4. I remember saying on this podcast, based on the fixture list and how we started the season, I went, as long as we get top 4 this year, I think it's about winning a cup like the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 3 weeks, we're all going, we're talking about quadruples and stuff like that. I mean, I'm doing that in the sense of how many games you play, but realistically, we are kind of going, but why can't we win the Champions League or the Premier League?
With that,
I didn't think we were going to win. We said at the start of the season, I think we missed our opportunity to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
We're now top of the league and we're going, it's ours to win.
And people are talking about us like we are the best team in the world. Like, that hasn't ever happened for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, to have that record with those injuries, at this point, we are near perfect.
Yeah, I don't think you could, like, if you did those 20 games 3 more times, where you
Yeah.
only, like, in the next 20, if you said we're going to lose one, let's say it's against, I don't know who we play in the next few weeks, I think, in the next, 2 months.
I think
we play...
we got Liverpool again soon, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we got Liverpool at home. But even if it wasn't Liverpool, let's say it was Villa away, this one weekend. If someone said you're going to beat Brentford tonight, but then you're going to lose to Villa, and then you're going to win 6 in a row,
Yeah.
then you're going to draw one, then you're going to win 6 in a row, then you're going to draw one,
Yeah.
then you're going to win a couple, and then draw one.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I'd bite your hand off for that.
Yeah, because that would be another 16 wins out of the next 20.
Yeah.
If we do that 2 more times in those next 2/3,
Yeah.
we probably do win all the competitions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we get 90 points in the league.
Oh my god.
But there's no reason not to, because we've
We've
got players coming
Yeah,
there.
we've done
and
it
played
well.
the hardest fixtures we're going to play all season.
Yeah, we've done the hardest stretch with less players.
Do I think we will? No, because I think fatigue. I don't want to use the word bottling, but like pressure,
Bad luck.
bad luck. We haven't had very
No.
bad decisions yet.
But that's
Swings
also,
and roundabouts.
That's also how you win things. Is
Yeah.
to not have the bad decisions, have all the injuries disappear.
Yeah.
You have to have all this perfect storm of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, PTSD of being an Arsenal fan tells me it's too good to be true, and I'm not going to get ahead of myself.
This is what I feel.
But scientifically, if that's the way we're doing it with football now, which we kind of are,
Yeah.
why? There's no reason why we can't continue to do what we're doing.
And it's funny as well, because in the same breath that people tell us we're a set piece merchant team
Yeah.
who aren't actually very good,
Yeah,
and all we relied on was our defence, and we're now conceding goals,
yeah,
and the wheels have come off. The same breath they're telling us that it's ours to lose.
yeah.
And I mean, 5-point lead at the top is not that big.
Well, no. What is it? Man City are only
5 points behind us. Well, they're 2 points right
2
now.
points right
if we
now.
don't beat Brentford.
Yeah, so the pressure is on.
The pressure's on, but people are saying that as if Man City haven't spent more money than us in the last 12 months and have Haaland and Foden in their best form.
Yeah.
And you look at Chelsea, who have 55,000 players and have spent well over 2 billion.
Yeah.
And then you look at Liverpool, who spent 500 million to strengthen their already Premier League winning squad.
Made it worse.
Somehow made it worse, but either way, they spent that. So for whatever reason, we are the one with the pressure on us, which
Yeah.
is bizarre. I know it's because obviously we've challenged every year for a few years.
Which again is freaky, which no one's talking about.
No, I
we
know.
challenge every year.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, though, the thing I have to do is perspective. Put us back a month, or maybe 2 months. Liverpool are going to want to run away with the league, and we all agreed in world football a treble is the bare minimum for them this year.
Yeah.
Based on what they paid, who they bought, and what they've already done.
Yeah, they got to win everything.
All of a sudden, people are going, yeah, if they get Champions League and like nick away at Carabao or something, that'd be right. It's like, no, that's not acceptable, because that's what we should be trying to do.
Yeah, our standards somehow are higher.
Yeah, put us at that, like, go, they're overperforming. We aren't, because we spent a lot of money, but so are the other teams. But there's no, where's the pressure on them?
Yeah.
I want to see that pressure on them, because that pressure eventually multiplies and gets into teams, and that's what causes their downfall.
Well, there's not even just not pressure on them. People aren't pointing out the fact that those other teams that are behind us have so many holes in them.
Yeah,
There's so many weak points, so many flaws. We haven't got any at the minute. Like, literally, our weak point was we had loads of injuries.
Yeah.
Nothing we're doing on the pitch is a weak point. So they're having to find stuff that we're doing well to call it a weak point.
yeah.
So that should tell you where we're at. That should tell you that we are up there and people are worried.
I like to think so. The other thing I'd say before we kind of finish off was, if you want to deep dive into tonight's game, like let's say you finish this episode in a minute and you think, yeah, I want more.
Hell yeah.
Go to our Patreon underneath this, because there is a Brentford preview already up. So you want to deep dive into Brentford. So we're not going to go too deep right now.
No.
But if you want that deep, head over there straight after this pod. But for tonight, is there anything you'd like to see? Obviously, I think a professional 2-0 win, or obviously winning 10-0 would be nice, but a professional 2-0 win where I'm not nervous at any point is probably what I'm in need of.
Yeah, I think
A clean sheet, I think, is actually very big.
a clean sheet
We've
because
gone 3 Premier League games without a clean sheet.
yeah, we were so focused on that for a while, and then that's kind of dropped off, which I understand because the concentration levels you got to have for a clean sheet is mad.
And it's also luck as well involved. Like,
Yeah.
some things deflect, some things do.
Yeah, it's going to go away at some point. But a clean sheet would be great, even though Brentford have caused a lot of problems for some teams this season.
They have. The Brentford, I say this, I go way deeper into their results this year and how they play against certain
Yeah.
teams, but Brentford have a very bad away form.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost to the likes of Forest. Who else have they lost away from home to? I can't actually, off the top of my head. On the Patreon, I went deep into it. But they've lost pretty much all their away games except for one, which I think was West Ham.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is a saying that, are you in form or did you just play West Ham? I know.
Irons.
Yeah, Irons. So, I don't know. But either way, they're a very good team.
Yeah.
But a lot of their big wins that we're thinking of, because they're doing way better, by the way. Kudos to their manager. Kudos to that team. They lost 2 of their best players.
Yeah.
The 2 forwards.
Yeah.
And their captain.
Their identity.
And their manager.
Their identity, yeah.
And year on year, they lose someone. You go, they're going to struggle now.
Yeah.
More so ever than ever this year.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Igor Thiago, unbelievable.
Yeah, doing fine. Good fantasy pickup.
Damsgaard, really good. They found the long throw. They're very good at it.
Yeah.
The home atmosphere is very reminiscent of when they first came up to the Premier League.
Yeah.
The manager's doing great. I think they're in 10th or 11th now.
Yeah.
Really good. On the other end of that was we all started the season going, I think Bournemouth might struggle this year because they lost their entire back five.
Yeah.
But then they started unbelievably and everyone went, God, Bournemouth could be Europe challengers this year.
Yeah.
It's swung the other way now and they're kind of being sought out that we've realised, they lost their back five.
Yeah, they can't do stuff for so long.
They can't, yeah. And they're probably going to use Semenyo in January because they can.
Yeah.
It's a very tough one. There's loads of swings and roundabouts coming up. There's AFCON coming up. I think the players are leaving on the 16th of December.
Yep.
Which is early.
Wow.
But they've been allowed an extra game week, which the African nations are not happy with because they had friendlies announced, but now those players aren't going to be there because they've been in the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams because Sunderland are heavily AFCON based.
Yeah.
A lot of teams like Liverpool now are like, we're going to get to play them while
Yeah.
they're not going to deal with what we dealt with,
Yeah.
which is a full strength Sunderland at home.
Yeah.
So there's swings and roundabouts do you get like that. Like sometimes you meet teams at the right time.
Yeah. Timing. Yeah.
So far we've been fine. We've met up with a couple new manager bounces that we've actually ploughed through.
Been all right.
But tonight for Brentford, for me, a 2-0 professional win. I would like to see Gyökeres start.
Yeah.
I like Moreno to get rest. I want Timber and Rice to have a rest, but I don't know if you can have both of them.
I mean, you were talking earlier about Arteta's very much the kind of person that wants good players and good teams play.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't feel the need to have to rest them because...
We've had Carabao Cup games where we think he's going to rotate the whole team and he's got his first Premier League team and you're like, okay.
I mean, I said it downstairs earlier. I think we... you look at teams like Real Madrid and they are Real Madrid. Every time you face them, they're Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like, they don't rotate.
Overly rotate.
No, it's just...
There's a couple play. It'd be like... It's the equivalent of us putting like Odegaard in for Eza tonight.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team's the same.
Yeah, it's just one little...
And then you're like, I look forward to Eza coming on 20 minutes to go.
And then he rotates like random players game by game. But, I mean, it's pretty much the same team. I think tonight a clean sheet would be perfect.
Yeah.
I want to just see a good structured... Because it feels like it's been a couple games now where I haven't seen that structure we had where we were just running the game.
I don't know, because we dominated Bayern Munich, we dominated Tottenham.
Yeah, but there was
Sunderland game obviously is in the back of our head of like, we lost control of that game.
Yeah.
The Chelsea game we lost control of.
Which is obviously game state based. It's a London derby, team that's right behind us. This is obviously a London derby, but it's not a team that's right behind us. I want to see this at home, just a clean game.
No one's really rattled us at home this season. The only game that comes to mind is obviously the draw with City where we got a late winner.
Yeah.
And we weren't great that day, but we weren't bad.
No.
But we weren't out of control.
No.
The only time I think we've been out of control this year is that Chelsea game. I don't think there was that much structure, or it was a chaos.
Yeah, they created the chaos.
And Sunderland also did it.
Yeah.
Where they created the chaos. And I don't think Brentford are necessarily going to create the chaos, but what we've got to look out for is unbelievable counter-attacks and the long throw.
Yeah.
Without Sleeper and Gabriel potentially, I do worry about that long throw.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
But when you do look at their away record, that long throw hasn't really helped them much.
No.
Away from home. So
maybe we need to push the boards in a bit and not provide
Chelsea did that to us as well.
And not provide towels.
Chelsea did that to us. Do they think we're going to do long throws? I think we did 2 long throws in that game. But we're not very good at them. Like, Rice can't even get into the 18-yard box, I don't think. So I don't know why teams keep doing that. But yeah, maybe we should start doing it. Confuse people. But no, I think with Brentford, they're the two things. They're very good on the counter. Like, Damsgaard really is smart with his outlet. And I think Igor Thiago is really dangerous player. So for me, those are the kind of key points. If we can dominate the possession and dominate the pitch tilt, as they say, kind of in their half, I think we should have enough, especially with people coming off the bench. But it's always proof positive is in the Premier League, top level teams, if they sit back and they go, you're not going to pass, it's very hard to pass.
Yeah.
That's why we brought in people like Madueke and Eze. And Eze's the perfect example this year of teams that have... Tottenham literally made the deepest block you'll ever see, and we're 1-4-1.
Yeah.
Because Eze just toe pokes through legs and goes, I'll still shoot.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Whereas Odegaard, he won't.
No,
He'll keep touching that ball, and you go, no touch.
He wants to finesse it.
Yeah, whereas we've got a couple deep-lying breakers, like Moreno with his head.
Yeah. Chaos merchants.
Eze with the shot, even Mwaneri with the shot. And Madueke, I think, are definite been brought in to deal with these low blocks.
Yeah.
So even if they do a low block tonight, I think we have enough to come off the bench or whoever starts
to
to dispatch something. And once we get, because the goal doesn't change anything with a low block. That's the problem, because Brentford tonight will be happy with a 0-0.
Yeah.
Their dream is a 1-0 win,
Yeah.
but they'll be happy with 1-1. So even if you score one, they don't change.
No.
Because they're still just going to counter-attack and wait for that one set piece or whatever it is. You have to get two, and then they come out.
Yeah,
Once they come out, that's when you can get 3 or 4.
Yeah,
or
they're
5.
not going to get urgent early.
No, if it gets to 85 minutes, they'll still be in the low block at 1-0 down.
Yeah.
And you're still in danger of a counter.
Yeah.
Or a set piece. So we have to put that. I'd love to have that game to bed by half time.
That'd be nice. That's the ideal. I want it to feel kind of like
an enjoyable game.
I want it to feel like a 3:00 Saturday afternoon, sunny, early season game against Brentford at the Emirates. That's
no one's watching it. It's relaxed.
Yeah. I don't want to pretend it's not under the lights. It's the sun.
What I don't want. Obviously, the worst case scenario is they just win.
Yeah.
Because I've seen away teams go and do that to us and run off into that corner.
Yeah.
And especially at night. I think of like European teams doing it against us.
Yeah.
What I don't want to happen really is, when it gets to like 70 minutes and you start looking at the clock and go, there's 15 minutes left, 72, 75.
Yeah.
And you can see the crowd are kind of like, come on.
Yeah.
And Odegaard keeps going side to side and they keep booing and you're like, this is never happening for us.
Yeah.
And, that's what I don't want to see. You need to eliminate, because I think there's going to be slum nerves coming off that Chelsea game.
Yeah. Even though there shouldn't be. But 7:30, straight after work, tired, cold, Wednesday night. Yeah.
That crowd's going to need something to get them up.
Yeah, they are.
And Arteta's told them to come in like animals. He said that to their in his press conference. He said, turn up as animals, 7:30 in your seat. There's something special for you.
Yeah.
But last time he said that, we lost.
Yeah.
And I know what he's trying to do because he knows full well, after work, late, tired, they might sit there and go, come on. We drew against Chelsea. We need to win. City won last night.
And because it is Brentford, off the back of 3 very emotional games.
Yeah.
This is going to feel a little bit...
It needs to be emotionless.
Yeah, this is... Like, well, I've even said it. Like, there's certain games I can watch on my TV at home. There's certain games that I'll watch on my phone. Because...
Stress.
There's a little less... there's a little less emphasis on it. Like, there's a little less... Like, Bayern Munich, I'm going to stick on the big TV. Brentford at home on a Wednesday night, I'm going to pop on my phone while I watch TV and just take it in that way.
Okay.
The crowd is going to also turn up a little bit like this. They're going to turn up with a little bit like, I can half keep my eye on this one. Because I don't have to get as... There's no tifos and stuff.
No.
Like, everyone's just going to sit there and kind of, go on in.
It almost needs to be emotionless, but you do need to get that crowd something early. Score in the first 5 minutes. Or, we'd have those games sometimes where the first 15 minutes we were just relentless.
Yeah.
And then you score.
Yeah.
And the other team are just like, we're getting blown away here.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can slow down after that, but you almost want that to continue. And that's the thing is with our squad depth, that now the attacking players are coming back slowly.
Yeah.
If you were to start, for example, let's say it was Saka, Martinelli and Gyökeres.
Yeah.
When it gets to 60 minutes and, maybe we are winning 1-0, but we need to finish the game off.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be able to go, all right, well, here's... Jesus, Madueke and Trossard.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trossard's going to be fit, but there's 3 new players.
Fresh.
And if Odegaard was sat behind, here's Eza as well.
Yeah.
So now the 4 is Eza, Jesus, Madueke and Trossard. And you're thinking...
Fresh quality. Just go get it
fresh
done.
quality, let's go finish the game.
Yeah, finish it off.
You want that. You don't want it to keep getting tired, more tired. Can't change it.
Frustrated.
Yeah. So and now we have that ability now, so we need to use it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for tonight.
Heck yeah.
Again, if you need a deep dive on that, it's over on the Patreon. If you want to get ready for the game of the weekend, which will be Saturday afternoon, Villa Park, there'll be a preview up on the Patreon in the next couple of days. Before then, to get you kind of pumped up for that. And then obviously we'll be back here next week on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review on Gunners R Us. Check us out on TikTok. Because we do 2 videos a day, including a pack opening with Peppercorn Sports Cards.
Heck yeah.
But also next week we'll have a preview for Club Bruges. We'll have a review of the Villa game. There'll be loads over there on Patreon. So please check that out in the link below. And hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode.
Heck yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had a good time.
We're having a very good time. So let's just hope for a win tonight and we'll see you next week.
Come on, Arsenal.
Bye-bye.